Welcome to Tesla Global, the home of the latest Tesla news. Today we take a look at 7 things I wish I knew before I got a Tesla Model 3. Let's get into the video. Supercharger wait times can be over an hour. Living in Los Angeles, which has the most Teslas in any city in America. Yet there are only about 5 supercharger stations in the greater Los Angeles area. This results in long wait times if you need to use a supercharger. Really, this doesn't affect me at all because I charge at home. I do think this is important to know for someone that lives somewhere that they can't charge at home though. If you lived in an apartment where you couldn't charge at home, it would be an extreme hassle to wait to supercharge. This is why I don't really recommend getting a Tesla unless you can charge at home. I've heard that the long wait times are mostly an LA problem and that other cities have reasonable wait times. I've road tripped my car to Lake Tahoe, San Francisco, Vegas, San Diego and Big Sur, and only once have I had to wait for a charger while road tripping. It's very low to the ground. My Model 3 is so low to the ground it actually scrapes my driveway when I park. I'm somewhat worried about this causing damage to the car, but I kind of have no other choice if I want to charge it. Supercharging is kind of a nightmare, remember? I've found that if I back in at an angle, I'm usually able to avoid scraping. Probably 1 in every 10 times I park, I'll scrape the bottom. It's just very hard to tell when it's going to scrape. You have to hit it at just that right angle to avoid it. I've had my car for 8 months and scrape it all the time. I don't think any real damage is being caused other than a cover. Car washes are more expensive. Prior to owning a Tesla, I would go through a drive-through car wash for $12. Sometimes I'd go to a hand-wash car wash because there are a ton of these in LA and it's more convenient. I was shocked, however, when I took my Model 3 to the car wash I usually went to and it was triple the price. I've gone to some car washes that charged me $50 to $60 to wash a Tesla. You really have to be careful about where you take a Tesla because some places will only hand wash it, which is usually more expensive. You can give your wheels a makeover for $50. The Model 3 comes with a set of wheels that, in my opinion, are hideous. Okay, that's a little dramatic. But they certainly don't have a sports car look that the rest of it has, and they really just don't fit with the car. You can pay $2,000 to upgrade to the nicer wheels. Or you can $50 for the wheel cap kit. I bought the wheel cap kit directly from Tesla's website, and it took about 15 minutes to install. I'm not good with car things, no clue how to change oil. Not that I would need to, flat tire, etc., but I found the wheel cap kit was very easy to install. It's important to note when you take off the aero wheels you do lose about 5% of range. They are pretty easy to pop back on if you need more range for a road trip, but to be honest, I've never put them back on and gone on several road trips. You'll probably scrape the wheels. Teslas are very known for being prone to curb rash. Before I bought mine, I rented one on Turo from a Tesla owner. The owner warned me that the last 3 people had scratched the wheels, so to be extra careful. I was very careful, but sure enough I scratched them too. It turned out to be $206 to repair the scratches to one wheel. Not awful when it comes to car repairs, but this was something I never really seemed to deal with my previous car. I later learned this is pretty common with all cars. Walk through any parking lot and you'll see quite a few cars have curb rash. Over time it becomes very difficult to avoid, and it's really not a huge deal, but for some reason it's just very easy to do with the Tesla Model 3. Finally, the number one thing is there's no physical buttons. The Tesla Model 3 has a very minimalist interior. It can be off-putting to people at first, since most people are used to having physical buttons for everything. The only buttons you really have are 2 on the wheels that allow you to scroll, skip music, activate voice control and raise/lower volume. You also have a hazard light button, but that's really it. Everything else is controlled within the iPad-like screen in the center of the car. Despite all these things, I still think it is the best car you can buy right now. What other car has free software updates, autopilot, Netflix, Spotify, the list goes on. The truth is Teslas are the best electric car you can buy these days, and I think the best car in its price range. Not once have I regretted buying a Model 3. No car is absolutely perfect, but this one comes very close. Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus sold out for 2021 in the US a few years after Tesla started producing the Model 3. Demand for the all-electric sedan still seems strong. A quick look at Tesla's Model 3 configuration page reveals that the Standard Range Plus variant is already sold out in North and South America for the rest of 2021. According to Tesla's order page for the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Puerto Rico, the estimated delivery time for the Model 3 Standard Range Plus is now January 2022. The delivery estimate hints that the base Model 3 is sold out for the rest of the year, despite the third quarter just starting. The other Model 3 variants are still available for 2021 deliveries. The Model 3 long-range dual-motor variant has an estimated delivery date of November 2021, while the Model 3 Performance has an estimated delivery time of 4 to 7 weeks. Meanwhile, delivery times for the Model 3 in Europe are still in the fall of 2021. Tesla Model 3 vehicles delivered to European customers will be exported from Giga Shanghai. The delivery times reveal how well Giga Shanghai is keeping up with Tesla's demand in Europe and China. In Tesla's Q2 2021 update letter, the company announced that Giga Shanghai is now its primary export hub. Tesla's Shanghai factory recently reached an annualized vehicle production rate of 450,000 Model 3 and Model Y vehicles, living up to its new role. This week, Tesla China filed 5 Model Y variants with China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, MIIT. The filings included Model Ys with lithium-ion batteries and lithium iron phosphate batteries. Tesla Giga Berlin called a model investment by leading chancellor candidate in Germany. On Friday, Elon Musk and Armin Laschet, the frontrunner to succeed Angela Merkel as Germany's chancellor, are expected to meet at Tesla's Gigafactory Berlin site. Laschet told reporters on Thursday that he received a text message from the Tesla CEO. "I'm glad that Elon Musk has just texted me and that we have agreed to see each other tomorrow," Laschet said. This, of course, also underlines the common will to make such an investment possible in other fields in the future. You have to talk to each other for that. On Friday, Elon Musk and Armin Laschet, the frontrunner to succeed Angela Merkel as Germany's chancellor, are expected to meet at Tesla's Gigafactory Berlin site. Laschet told reporters on Thursday that he received a text message from the Tesla CEO. "I'm glad that Elon Musk has just texted me and that we have agreed to see each other tomorrow," Laschet said. This, of course, also underlines the common will to make such an investment possible in other fields in the future. You have to talk to each other for that. Berliner Morgenpost reported that Laschet considers Tesla Giga Berlin a model investment. Tesla is setting a point in Europe, and I am sure that many companies will settle around Grunheim, which in turn will bring new jobs, said the CDU chairman during a visit to Frankfurt, Oder, in Brandenburg. The chancellor candidate seeks to find a balance between climate change policies and economic growth in Germany. On his website, Laschet indicates that he seeks climate protection through innovation and competition. 3 objectives are listed: combining ecology and economy, implementing coal phasing out, securing the competitiveness of our industry, ensuring social equilibrium. New energy sources, promote hydrogen research, expand hydrogen infrastructure, create competition for energy innovations. Land of future mobility, promoting the innovative automotive industry and modern transport infrastructure. Tesla Gigafactory Berlin seems to fit Laschet's goal to strike a balance between climate protection and encouraging the growth of Germany's economy. "We all experience how difficult it is at the moment, how many protests there are," Laschet noted, speaking about Tesla's Berlin factory. But such a decision, if it had passed Brandenburg by, would have been a loss for decades. Brandenburg State Office of the Environment has not approved Tesla's application for Giga Berlin yet. The approval delay has prevented Giga Berlin from starting Model Y production at the plant. However, Environment Minister Jörg Steinbach remains supportive of Tesla. Steinbach recently met with Elon Musk and discussed the next steps for Giga Berlin. Tesla's Elon Musk gives Rivian invaluable advice on manufacturing. Tesla CEO Elon Musk gave electric vehicle startup Rivian a bit of invaluable advice regarding manufacturing efforts that could help the company's longevity. After reports of Rivian's second US-based automotive plant potentially landing in Fort Worth, Texas, Musk stated it might be more beneficial to ramp its first plant before committing to a second one, as unit costs can be difficult to keep affordable in the early manufacturing stages. "I'd recommend they get their first plant working," Musk said on Twitter. "It's insanely difficult to reach volume production at affordable unit cost." Musk may be the best person to ask this question, as Tesla found this lesson out the hard way when ramping the Model 3. Tesla was not focused on developing and constructing a second factory at this time, as Giga Shanghai was not approved to begin production until July 2018. In 2017, however, Tesla was ramping its first mass-market vehicle, the Model 3, and financial specifics were dicey. Musk has called this time in Tesla's history production hell and indicates that it was one of the most stressful times of his life. Tesla was nearly bankrupt at this time, as demand was high, but vehicle production costs were also astronomical. These costs wouldn't begin to reduce or be consistent until Tesla ramped the vehicle significantly to a more sustainable run rate. While Rivian's financial situation may be different due to large funding contributors like deep-pocketed Amazon and Ford, the advice is seemingly invaluable. While Rivian has been plagued by the global semiconductor shortage and the COVID-19 pandemic for the past 18 months, the company has been forced to delay the deliveries of its first vehicle, the R1T. While manufacturing is in its early stages at the Normal, Illinois facility where the vehicle is being built, there is no indication that Rivian will not encounter challenges just because of its comfortable financial situation. It will not be smooth sailing early on. There will still be bottlenecks due to parts shortages. Additionally, it may take some time to have the manufacturing staff trained up on the finer points of the job. Interestingly, Musk commented with the advice, as Tesla is still currently in an ongoing lawsuit with Rivian that has to do with poaching employees. According to Superior Court of Santa Clara, California documents, the two parties met earlier this month, and the next case discussion meeting will occur in February 2022. Musk could be helping Rivian avoid potential downfall as Tesla's mission is to accelerate the transition to sustainable energy, including all companies partaking in the clean energy revolution. Tesla Model 3 with salvage titles are regaining access to the Supercharger network. Tesla's decision to block access to the Supercharger network for vehicles with a salvage title last year was met with a lot of criticism. On the one hand, Tesla had a fair point since it's difficult to ensure that a salvaged vehicle's battery is completely safe. On the other hand, some cars with salvage titles seem to have batteries that do not seem damaged at all. Tesla, however, stood its ground, even extending its restrictions to third-party rapid chargers. This has not stopped car buyers from purchasing salvaged Teslas. These vehicles, after all, are typically more affordable than non-damaged units in the second-hand market. This is especially true considering that Teslas tend to maintain their value in the second-hand market very well. For some car buyers, it is more practical to purchase a Tesla with a salvaged title at a far lower price and just have the vehicle repaired, even if it does not have access to the Supercharger network, or rapid chargers for that matter. If recent reports from the electric vehicle community are any indication, however, it appears that Tesla has changed its stance about this issue recently, at least for salvaged Model 3s. The update was initially shared by noted Tesla owner hacker at Greentheanly, and it was promptly confirmed by several Model 3 owners. One of these was an EV owner who purchased a Model 3 with a salvage title back in February 2021, which had its access to the Supercharger network disabled. Upon checking earlier today, the Model 3 owner was pleasantly surprised to see that the vehicle is now compatible with the Supercharger network. Another owner whose salvage title Model 3 lost Supercharger access last year after Tesla's ban also confirmed that his vehicle could now charge using the rapid charging network again. Granted, it seems like this update is just for salvage title Model 3s for now, but it is a welcome change of heart for Tesla nonetheless. The company, after all, recently highlighted in its 2020 impact report that it is extremely focused on not wasting any of the resources used to construct its vehicles. Tesla's focus on sustainability would suggest that batteries that could still be reused should probably be reused, even if they are on cars with salvage titles. It would likely just be a matter of confirming if a battery in a salvaged car is still safe for use. Apart from this, Tesla is also about to open the Supercharger network to vehicles from other automakers. Having a group of Teslas that are fully operable and repaired that are blocked from the Supercharger network is bad optics, after all, especially if non-Tesla EVs under various stages of wear and tear are able to access the rapid charging network just fine. Now it's up to Tesla to roll out this apparent update to salvaged Model Y, and perhaps even the Model S and Model X. Do you think salvaged cars should be allowed to use the Supercharger network? Will it cause a risk? Let me know in the comments what you think. If you enjoyed the video then please leave a like, and if you are new to the channel then why not subscribe.